Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Sally Pinto and I'm from the Yonkers Newark neighborhood naturally occurring retirement community. We launched back in January of 2020 and we're here to serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We have lots of fun programs and activities, and we also have a lot of resources for you as well. Our programs include meditation chair yoga, body mind fitness, bingo, and any other programs that you might be interested, like arts and gardening. We have our resource specialist, Alexa Smith, who can help you with finding services and activities out there for you, as well as our nurse, Barbara Simone, who can help answer your health-related questions. We're here for you, we're here for our community, and we look forward to seeing you in our programs. Enjoy.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alexa Smith, the resource specialist with the Yonkers Newark. I'm here to help with application assistance, referrals for home delivered meals, and transportation services will be coming soon. We also offer Zoom activities and Zoom programs. And if you have any other questions or concerns, I'm here to help. Thank you so much and enjoy the program.
Welcome. I'm Barbara Simone, registered nurse. I recently retired from Westchester County's Health Department as a public health nurse. I am now here to try to assist you with any medical or preventive care issues. Enjoy this program, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Hey everybody, thank you for welcoming me into your homes. This is really exciting for me, and thank you for everybody who sponsors the program. Thank you, Z. One of the fundamental things that forms the foundation of my philosophy is staying ready so that we don't ever have to get ready. You know, functional exercises. You know, one thing is getting into the gym for the aesthetics, but the aesthetics is just a byproduct of the hard work that we put into the gym. It's really about mind, body, spirit connection, and all the rest of it. So with that bit of an intro, if anybody's on their phone, if you guys want to take a snapshot, or we can kind of, I don't know if that really kind of works out that way. Maybe I'll send it over. If you guys share your emails with Z, I will get this program out to you guys so you guys can work on it at home as well, because it's not just about these different exercises can be mixed and matched the way you see fit so that you guys can work on these different exercises at home. So to cover about for the people that aren't going to be able to do the burpee, what we're going to do instead is we're going to do the 4-count jumping jack. Instead of that, I'm going to walk you through the different exercises. The reason is because the wall push-up isn't really going to do yourself any kind of justice in that sense, because the burpee, what's really important about the burpee is that it's a full body exercise. So the people who cannot do the push-up, this is how we're going to modify the burpee. So, so what we're going to do is we're going to come down to the floor, kick out, pull in, stand up. Come down, kick out into a plank, working the core, isolating the core. We're going to pull those knees in, making sure that we land flat-footed. We don't want to land like this because that puts a lot of pressure on our knees. We don't want our knees to be passing our toes. So as much as possible, if you need to pull in those legs and come with a wider stance, we want our feet to be as flat-footed as possible on the floor. So this is, even just with doing 3 or 4 of them, my heart rate starts working. It's calling in our shoulders, it's calling in our core to stabilize, it's calling in our legs to stand up, it's doing a lot of different things. So the wall push-up really doesn't kind of equate to this. So instead, while we're doing the burpees, I'd like for people, if possible, to do the jumping jack. Yeah, I do a 5-minute warm-up, right? So the 5-minute warm-up, we're gonna do 4-count jumping jack. We're gonna do remember back in the day when in school, head, shoulders, knees, and toes? We're gonna reach up to the sky. We're gonna touch our abs. We're going to have, depending on our flexibility, a slight bend in our knees, touch our toes, back up to our abs, reach to the sky, touch our abs, touch our toes. Yeah, we're gonna do 10 of those. And then we're going to do a standing rotating knee up. So we're just gonna be working our balance and our core to warm up, to get the blood flowing through the body. So we're going to twist to the right and pick up our right knee. And then we're gonna twist to the left, pick up the left knee, twist to the right, pick up the right knee, twist to the left, pick up the left knee. The 4-count jumping jack that we're gonna start with, 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay? So we're gonna do jumping jacks, the sky ab toe exercise, and then the standing rotating knee ups. We're gonna do 10 of those for 5 minutes. Okay, everybody? 3, 2, 1. Starting with the jumping jack up. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 10. All right. Now the head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Right. So up, abs, toes. 1. Up, ab, toes. 2, up, abs, toes, 3, up, ab, toes, 4, up, abs, toes, 5, up, abs, toes, 6, up, abs, toes, 7, up, abs, toes, 8, up, abs, toes, 9, up, abs, toes, 10. Okay, the standing knee up with the twist. So I'm starting to my right. So I'm picking up my right leg up. 1. Now twist to the left, pick up the left knee. 1. Twist to the right. 1. That's 2. 3. We're working our balance, our stabilizer muscles in our feet and our core. Yeah. 4. That twisting, that rotating motion that we're going to have to call on. 5. When we're shoveling that snow. 6. 7. You should be feeling this in 2 different places, in the abs and the opposite side of the lower back. 9. 10. All right, back to the jumping jack. We're halfway through. Back up, ready, begin, up. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 10. All right. Now we're gonna do the head, shoulders, knees, and toes, or whatever. Okay, so we're gonna go up, abs, 2, 1. Up, abs, toes, 2, up, abs, toes, 3, up, ab, toes, 4, working flexibility, up, abs, toes, 5, the stretch in the hamstrings and the lower back, 6, up, abs, toes, 7, up, abs, toes, 8. Remember not to round out your back too much. Try to keep a level back. Get the stretch in the hamstrings, and that is 10. All right, now standing knees up, standing knee ups. Again, I'm starting to my right, picking up the knee, turning to the right, feeling it in my abs and in my lower back. Turning to the left, that's 1. Back to the right, 2. Finding that balance, 2, 3, 4. If you fall off balance, that's fine. That's the muscles that we're working on. The slow twitch muscles in our ankles and in our calves. I think that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. All right, we have a minute left. Going back up to the jumping jacks. Ready, begin. Up, 1, 2, 3, 1. Up, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 10. 40 seconds left. The head, shoulders, and the toes. Ready? Begin. Up, ab, toes. 1. Up, ab, toes. 2. Up, ab, toes. 3. Up, ab, toes. 4. Up, ab, toes. 5. Up, ab, toes. 6. Up, ab, toes. 7. Up, abs, toes. 8. Up, abs, toes. 9. Up, abs, toes. 10. All right, that's time. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a quick little stretch. We're gonna stretch out our hamstrings, and we're gonna stretch out some other different things. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up our legs. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a dynamic stretch. Dynamic stretch is that we're gonna move while we're stretching. All right, so what we're gonna do is being mindful of the back. We're not gonna round out our back too much. We wanna keep our back, our lower back as flat as possible, with our legs spread out to farther than shoulder width. We're gonna go right, middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, coming back to a straight position, standing up rather. Yeah, dynamic stretching. I think that's about 6 maybe. 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10. All right, great. For those of us that can't get onto the floor, if you have a chair, we're gonna need a chair. Let's stretch out our quads. We're gonna be pulling our ankle back, trying to keep our knee pointed down to the floor as much as possible. If you wanna add a little bit more to this stretch, we wanna keep our back straight, lean forward, kind of like in a seesaw, get a deeper stretch into that quad, pulling that leg up, hold it, holding it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax that leg, switching, for me in this case, it's gonna be the left leg, reaching down, pulling up, getting that knee pointing down, resting into that stretch. Now I'm gonna seesaw a little bit. It's almost like a double stretch. I'm gonna feel a little bit of stretch on my opposite hamstring, but I'm gonna lean down, pulling that leg back, get a deeper stretch into that quad. Holding it, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, now we're going to stretch the groin muscles. Again, our feet are going to be shoulder width apart, more than shoulder width apart. I'm going to keep my left leg straight, and I'm going to bend my right, and I'm going to lean all the way over it until the leg gets bent until I come up onto my toes. I'm going to feel that stretch right inside the inner thigh. Right here. Now I'm going to put my hands on the ground and lean into that stretch and get that stretch all the way down the inner thigh. Stretching that groin muscle. Hold it, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, I'm going to walk my hands to the other side. I'm going to bend that leg that was stretched. I'm going to switch. I'm going to bend that one and straighten out the other one. Feeling that stretch all in that inner thigh, that groin muscle. There it is.
Hi.
Hi.
Could I say something? We need to do something. So could you be a little bit quiet? Just for a second.
Well, no, he's leading the class actually, so he's going to be talking.
Okay. You can keep doing that while I say, oh my God.
All right, thanks for working out with the family. We really appreciate it.
Oh my God, how cute.
Come back center. Stand it up. The last stretch that we're gonna do for those of us that can get on the floor, I like to stretch out my calf muscles a little bit. So the way we stretch out our calf muscles, we get into this plank position. I'm gonna put my left foot over the Achilles of my right, and I'm gonna push back. I'm gonna try to get my heel to touch the floor. I'm pushing back on my hands, almost like in a rocking motion. Once I push back, I'm gonna feel that stretch all up and down my calf muscle. Hold it, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna rock forward, switch legs. So I'm putting my left leg down, locking it out, straightening it out. I'm take my right foot, put it over my back with my hands, getting my heel to touch the floor as much as I can. It doesn't necessarily have to touch, but that's the goal. That's the objective, trying to get my heel to touch the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Bringing my feet together. I'm going to walk my feet up to my hands, and I'm going to stand up. All right, great. All right. So that puts us at 9:23. All right. So I like to leave time. So Z, we gotta leave time for some Q&A, right?
Yeah, we go till 10, so it's good. We have some time. We start a little late.
All right, so well, how about we go till about 9:50 and leave 10 minutes? for
Perfect.
Q&A?
That sounds good.
All right, so we're gonna go 9:50, so that leaves us, what does that work out to be? 26 minutes. So I'm gonna reset my timer for 25 minutes.
It's nice to have everybody of all ages working out.
Yeah, cool. For a second there, I thought somebody was disguising their voice or something like that. I'm like, it sounds like a
No, we have families on. It's a great dynamic here with the NORC and the Friends of Crestwood Library and Yonkers Public Library. So it's family-friendly programming. So we got the little ones in with the teens and adults.
That's great. That's fantastic. All right, real quick. So we're gonna walk through the different exercises that we're gonna be doing. There's gonna be 6 movements. All right. So the first one is the burpee. Okay. So remember. So if we cannot do the push-up, we're gonna come down to the floor, kick out into that plank. That's enough. Kick our legs in, standing up. If we can do the push-up, we're gonna come down to the floor, kick out, come down into a push-up, back up, pull those legs in, landing as flat-footed as possible. That's 2, okay? So we're gonna do 10 of those. If we cannot do the push-up, the modification at this point, let's stick with the jumping jacks or whatever you guys feel comfortable with. Yeah, but I think the jumping jack is a really good one. If you wanna do the wall push-ups, fair enough. If you wanna do push-ups on the chair, that's fair enough. You can do those as well. So then we're gonna go into the 4-count flutter kicks. We're gonna do 10 of them. They call them 4-count. The flutter kicks is we're gonna work on our core, and when we say core, it's not just the abs. The core encompasses the lower back as well. This is a good foundational builder. So what we want to do is we want to be laying on our back, shoulders off the ground. We want our lower back to be in contact with the floor, legs straight, locked out, and we're gonna kick it up in a scissor motion, locked out. We don't want to bend the knees. It's not about the knees. Legs locked out. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. That makes them 4 counts. If you have to take a break, that's fine. Let the legs down. Give yourself a second for the lactic acid to chill out in the core, and then bring it back up and continue on with the rest of the group. So then we're gonna turn over. In this case, right after that, we're gonna be doing kickbacks. The kickbacks, we're gonna be on all fours. We're gonna take the leg and we're gonna extend it till it's in a lockout position, parallel, everything like a straight line with our back, but we're not gonna end there. The magic of this exercise is from here and a few inches up from here, we're gonna squeeze the glute and the lower back right from that position right there, then bring it back to bend. We're gonna straighten it out right here, and that's 60% of the work. Then we're gonna right there squeeze to the top. That's where the magic happens. That's where we're gonna feel it in our lower back. Boom. So we're gonna do 10 on each leg. So 10, 10, 10. Then we're gonna go switch to the left, squeezing, stretching, then getting the squeeze at the top. Good. Now after that, we're gonna do 10 each side. Then we're gonna do lunges. So the reverse lunges, standing straight. I'm gonna take that leg and I'm gonna reach back. I'm gonna reach back far enough so that when I bend, when I get this kneeling motion, my knee doesn't pass my toes. I don't want to bend right here. I don't want my knees to pass my toes. That puts a lot of pressure on our kneecap. We want to kick back, stretch it back down just before our knee touches the ground, and we want to push through our heel. We don't want to push through our toes, again, putting pressure on our knees, right? So we're going to do 1 and 1 so we get to 10. So we're going to be here, 1, 1, 2, 2. Why are we working on our legs? Because when we're shoveling the snow, we don't want to bend down with our back. We want to get down with our legs, get the shovel under the snow, pick it up, then get rid of it. That's the whole idea. Legs, shovel, back straight, up with the legs, boom. If the lunges are too much for us at this moment, and we want to do squats, we're going to do the squats. If we have knee issues, we're going to do the squats. It helps us distribute the exercise, the load among both knees, right? So in that case, we want to keep our lower back tight. We want, the first thing is not about bending the knees. We don't want, at the moment we start bending the knees, our back rounds out, our knees start passing our toes, and it puts a lot of pressure on our knees and on our lower back. The proper form for a squat is first we hinge at the hips. We go back like as if we're looking for a chair. We go back, then we start dropping. The knees are going to take care of itself. Hinge at the hips, looking for a chair. We might feel like we're falling backwards. That's actually correct. We want to keep that weight back. We have to find, over time, we'll start finding our balance muscles. Hinge at the hips, looking for the chair, coming down, not letting our knees touch the toes. Feeling our toes are going to be like kind of lifted. We're going to stand up, push through our heels. So the squat looks like this. Keeping that lower back engaged, arched the whole time. So if we cannot do the lunges, do these squats instead. Squatting. Yeah, right about till your knees become 90 degrees up, right? Okay, good. Now, the fun one. If we have a weight, maybe like even like a gallon of milk, or maybe like a 5-pound weight, I have a medicine ball. We're gonna do these wood choppers. These wood choppers are gonna be mimicking what we do when we get rid of the snow, right? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna start, if we don't have a weight, we don't need the weight, we can just use our hands. If you wanna clasp them together, keep them like in this kind of praying motion position. We're gonna look towards our left. We're gonna be in this kneeling position. Our right knee is gonna be up. We're gonna look to our left. We're gonna feel our core engaged. And then we're gonna come up in this 45-degree motion all the way up to the sky. And we're gonna feel our opposite oblique engaged. Yeah? Then we're gonna come back down in that diagonal position. 2, 3, 4, okay? And then we're gonna switch sides. Same thing, looking down, coming up in this diagonal position. Over time, if people like this workout, the full wood chopper position would actually be combining the squat with the wood chopper motion, which would be more closely mimicking that whole shovel motion. But for now, we're gonna break it down into the squat or the lunges and that isolated wood chopping motion so that we can focus on the two major muscles or the two major groups of muscles independently so that we're not having to figure out, all this whole coordination stuff and whether or not we're kind of keeping true to form with our squats. All right, and then we're gonna do 10 of those as we kneel in, 10 on each side. And then finally, we're going to do standing on our chair. We're gonna be doing a kickback and a kick out, which is gonna focus on our lower back and our glutes. So the kick back, we're gonna kick straight back. But the kick out is we're gonna kick out 45 degrees out with our heel taking us in that direction. It's not out completely sideways. It's not a sideways. It's a back and out 45 degrees, which helps us isolate this very tricky portion of our lower back. So the complete motion is going to be back to neutral, then out. Back, out. Back, out. Back, out. On both sides. Back, out. 45 degrees. Back, out. If you're doing it properly, you should feel the burn immediately after like the third rep, right in that lower back area. Okay, doing 10 each leg, and then we're gonna go back to the burpee. And so now we're about 15 minutes in. We have about 16 minutes left. So without further ado, does anybody have any questions? Thumbs up, good, all right.
I'm gonna let people unmute themselves now if they have any questions. We got 3 thumbs up, so that's good. All right, I think maybe as we go along, we might have some, but yeah, let's try this.
All right, let's go, let's do it. All right, so first, okay. Now we're gonna go into the burpee. I'm gonna do the push-up. So let's begin, ready? 3, 2, 1, down. Kick out, push up, in. 1, no push-up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, on our butts for the 4-count flutter kicks. On our backs, shoulders raised, lower back engaged, touching the floor, legs locked out. Up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. You need to take a rest? That's fine. Rest and then come back. 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 10. All right. Rolling over to the kickbacks on all fours. Starting with my right leg. Begin, extend, squeeze. 1, extend, squeeze. 2, extend, squeeze. 3, squeeze. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching over to the left leg. Ready? Begin. Extend. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't forget that squeeze at the top. 7. That's where the magic happens. 8, 9, 10. All right, back on our feet. So we're doing either the lunges or the squats. Remember, the lunges, we're kicking it back far enough so that when we come down, our knees are not touching our toes. Yeah, we're gonna alternate the legs. That's gonna be 1 and 1. If we gotta do the squats, we're doing the squat. That's 2. And back to the lunges. 3. 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. All right. The most important part of those lunges and those squats that our knees do not pass our toes. We keep our lower back straight and we push through our heels. We're going out to the kneeling wood choppers. So I'm starting with my right knee up. I'm looking down to my left. When I look down to my left, it doesn't mean I want to roll my back. I want to be in a good posture. My head, my shoulders, is a slight tilt, but my whole back is straight for the most part. Looking down, coming in a diagonal motion, looking up. Feel my oblique, tighten up, come back down. Now to my opposite oblique, tighten up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching legs. My left knee is up. Good posture. Looking down. Slight twist of my shoulders. Hands together. Coming up to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Isolating our core here. 6, 7. Getting no help from any other muscle group. 8, 9, 10. Great. Now we're going to do the standing kickback and kick out. We're going to stay on one foot for all 6 times. Yeah. So going back, coming back to neutral, and then out 45 degrees. Not out sideways, out 45. That's 1. Back, out 2. Back, out 3. Back, out 4. Back, out 5. Back, out 6. Back, out 7. Back, out 8. Back, out 9. Back, out 10. Switching, left leg. Here we go. Left leg back, out 1. Back, out 2. Back, out 3. Back, out 4. Back, out 5. Back, out 6. Back, out 7. Back, out 8. Back, out 9. Back, out 10. Back, out. Wow, 11. One for good luck. All right. So right now, what we should be feeling is, especially the lower back, really live. Yeah, we got a lot of blood going in there. You feel a little tight. It's good. So right back into the burpee, right from the top. All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, which is why they call it the 6-count burpee. All right, on our butts for the 4-count flutter kicks. All right, shoulders off the ground, lower back touching the floor. If we need a little bit of help, we can put our hands underneath our butt, relieves the pressure a little bit, gives us a little bit more leverage. All right, legs locked out, up, begin, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 10. Awesome. Very good. Turning right over, right into the kickbacks. All fours. Right? Starting with my right leg first. Right leg up, fully extended. Squeeze. 1. Extend. Squeeze. 2. Squeeze. 3. Extend. Squeeze. 4. Almost like 2 motions. Extending, stopping, pausing, then the squeeze. 5. Extend. Squeeze. 6. Squeeze. 7. Don't cheat the squeeze. 8. 9. 10. Squeeze where the magic happens. Switching legs. Going over to my left. Extending the left. Squeeze. 1. Squeeze. 2. Squeeze. 3. Squeeze. 4. Squeeze. 5. Squeeze. 6. Squeeze. 7. Squeeze. 8. Squeeze. 9. Squeeze. 10. All right, standing up for our lunges or squats. All right, so I'm kicking this right leg back. Remember, the most important part of the lunge, we don't let our knees pass our toes, and we push to the heel. Squats, same thing. That's one for me. The squat, don't let our knees pass our toes. Sitting back. Let's call that 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. All right, the kneeling wood choppers. So this time I'm just going to start just for changing it up. I'm going to start with my left knee up. Left knee up, I'm looking down to my right, keeping that posture relatively straight. There's a little bit of a twist to the shoulders, but we're not rounding on our back. Twist to the shoulders, hands together, coming up. 1, 2, 3, really forcing our core to do all the work. 5, I'm going to repeat the number. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, switching legs. Now right knee up. Fix your posture. Slight twist of the shoulders, hands together. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, great. Now for the standing kickbacks and the kick outs. All right, let's get ourselves together. Grab our hold to our chair, and starting with my right leg, kicking back, then out. 1, back, out. 2, back, out. 3, back, out. 4, back, out. 5, back, out. 6, back, out. 7, back, out. 8, back, out. 9, back, out. 10. All right, switching over to our left, taking a second to breathe. Pushing back our left leg, back, out, 1, back, out, 2. Remember, control of motion. We're not swinging those legs, 3. We're squeezing, 4, squeezing, 5, 6, 7, back, out, 8, back, out, 9, back, out, and 10. All right, we got 2.5 minutes left. Back to the top, ladies and gentlemen. Burpees, burpee town. Ready? 3, 2, 1, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. All right, 1.5 minutes still left on the clock. On our butts for the 4-count flutter kicks. Shoulders off the ground, lower back touching the floor, hands underneath our butts if we need them. And here we go, legs locked out, up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 10. It's important to realize that that exercise, if we decide to lean back, we create this arch in our lower back, puts pressure on that lower back. So although we think that we might be kind of giving yourselves a break, we're doing our back a disservice because we're actually forcing it and stressing it more than it has to be. All right, great. So where are we? Kickbacks, rolling out. We have 30 seconds left. Let's do 5 and 5. Standing with the right leg, squeeze 1. Squeeze 2. Squeeze 3. Squeeze 4. Squeeze 5. Switching the legs back to the left. Squeeze 1. Squeeze 2. Squeeze 3. Squeeze 4. Squeeze 5. All right. Stepping up. We got 15 seconds left. Let's get some squats in there, all right? Squats, everybody together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Time's up. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm already sweating. Been a really good workout. So see, the way we break those out, that pace and the intensity is up to the individual. So the faster we go through it, the higher the heart rate goes, the faster the fat burn, all the rest of it. But make sure it's all about proper form. It's not just about getting through it. We want to be very deliberate with these movements. We're doing it for a functional reason, right? But we can always, once we start getting comfortable, once we get stronger, we got to push, push, push. But I'll leave that up to you guys. So the wall push-up, it really depends on the angle, right? So the further, it's kind of common sense, right? But the more straight up you are, the less pressure you're going to be. So the more angled out your feet are, the further away from the wall your feet are, the more you're going, the more weight, you call it, the more intensity you're going to be calling into the exercise.
Right.
The funny thing about the wall push-up, you want to be careful that the more you don't want to flail out your elbows too much, because you want to protect the rotator cuff. You don't want the shoulder muscle to dip in. So even with the regular push-up, I encourage people to keep their elbows, what they call it, the military style push-up. You want those elbows in because apart from protecting your shoulder, it actually calls in the tricep a little bit more. So as you do the wall push-up, keep those elbows in, keep those feet as far away from the wall that's comfortable for you, right? So we might be building up towards getting out here, because I mean, my facility with that isn't the same for everybody, right? So we want to make sure that as long as you're comfortable here, we don't want to flail out our elbows. Yeah, we want to keep those elbows in. Keeping those elbows in and pushing. Again, also pushing through the heel of our hand. We don't want to push through our fingertips, put the pressure on the wrists. We want that pressure to come through the heels of our hands because it transfers up to the bone and all the rest of it.
Those are great tips, Charlie. The person who asked said, thank you so much. That really makes sense. You broke it down and you did the explanation about the muscles, and that was really helpful.
Yeah, no problem. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So now the funny thing about the funny thing about shoveling snow, it's very similar to a boxer stance. You want to approach it at an angle. You don't want to kind of, right? So it's natural for us to want to approach an angle. Now it depends. Sometimes our right side gets more tired than our left, so we'll have to kind of switch hands, right? Because our forearm starts burning. So let's just assume we're going to start off with the right-handed boxer stance. So as we come down, we're going to be in the right-handed boxer stance. We want good balance. So I'm going to apply some concept to the combat and boxing. We have a center line. How do we find balance? We have this imaginary line that splits our body down the middle. We call it the center line. We want to be straddling that center line. We want to imagine that line that splits us right down the middle. We want our left toe to be off of that center line, about 1.5 inches. Our right heel to be off of that center line, about 1.5 inches. The boxing stance is a heel-toe stance, and it applies here. We have the shovel. We have balance. We bend the knees. We don't want our back to round out. This is where we get into trouble when we start lifting the snow with our back. So we're in our boxer stance. We have the shovel. We've created space for the shovel here, right? We're not going to be banging up against our legs. So we have the shovel. We squat with the proper squat stance from that boxer stance. Boom. We give it a good push into the snow. It's calling in that core. Bing, what we've been working on right here. That wood chopper motion. Boom, we get it into the snow. From here, we stand up. Yeah? There's no rush. Nobody's watching us. Nobody's checking out how fast we're shoveling the snow. It's always about mindful protecting our body. So we do it nice and slow. We do it nice and deliberate. We walk up to the snow. We get into our boxer stance. We bend the knees. We get it under there. We stand it up. Then we we figure out where to get rid of it. We throw it in the neighbor's yard. We throw it in the street. You know, we don't throw it back on our own car. But one thing that we don't want to do, we don't want to throw it over our shoulder, right? So boom, we get down, get it under the snow, stand it up. Maybe we might have to take a walk. And then with our core engaged, we give it a little toss, right? Boom. But this is what that core, we keep it engaged. Yeah, keep it engaged, get rid of it, come back, reset, be mindful of our position, find our balance again, legs, boom, stand, get rid of it. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis and Barbara from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Westchester County Legislator Ruth Walter, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.